everyone, I'm going to be sharing 5 of my favorite teas that are helpful for IBS. So let's get into the video. Welcome back to Let's Talk Health. I'm going to be telling you my 5 favorite teas that I like using for IBS. They're helpful for things like bloating, indigestion, when you have an upset stomach. And I'm going to be talking about ones that are specific for IBS-D and then one that's specific for IBS-C. So let's start with the first one. So the first tea is Fennel. So this is Fennel. It's a really nice, light tasting tea. Fennel is very great and helpful for if you have bloating. So if bloating is one of your main symptoms, Fennel is a great tea for that. And then it's also helpful for if you have difficulty digesting your food. So if you eat a meal and then after your meal, you kind of feel like your stomach is bloated, you have difficulty with digesting, so things kind of feel stuck and there's a lot of pressure. Fennel is great for that, so it's a really nice tea. In herbal medicine, Fennel is known as a carminative, so this is helpful for those symptoms of indigestion, bloating, abdominal pain, and discomfort. So Fennel's a great herb for that. In terms of its taste, it's kind of similar to licorice. It has a very mild, sweet taste. It's not as strong as licorice, but it does have that little bit of licoricey kind of flavor to it. But it's a really nice one. It's really nice and mild and very gentle. Okay, herb number 2 is peppermint. So this is peppermint. Peppermint is a herb that's very helpful for the IBS type D that I was mentioning, so that IBS diarrhea type. So that's if you have a lot of loose stools, if you have that urgency to have a bowel movement, if you also find that you get really nervous or stressed out and then you have more frequent and looser stools. So peppermint is great for helping with that. And the reason being is because it helps to reduce spasms in the gut. So anytime you kind of feel that kind of twisting or spasming sensation in your gut, peppermint can help to relax that. So it's very helpful for just relaxing the gut, soothing things down. It also can be helpful for bloating. It can also be helpful for indigestion, similar to the way Fennel was helpful too. And peppermint, I think most people know what it tastes like. It's pretty light, refreshing. It's got that nice minty taste. So it's a really nice one if you want something that's refreshing and light. So that's peppermint. Okay, the next one is chamomile. So this is chamomile. Chamomile is a really nice floral, light tasting tea. So chamomile, similar to Fennel, it can be helpful for bloating. It can be helpful if you have difficulty digesting. And then it's also very helpful for gas. So if you notice that after you eat a meal, if you feel that bloating sensation with a lot of hard pressure and you feel gas build up in your digestive system, chamomile can help with that. If you drink this after a meal, it can help with easing that bloating and gas in your stomach. So it's a really nice one for that. As I mentioned, it's very light tasting. I think most people like it because it's mild, light tasting, and it's got that florally flavor to it. So it's a really nice one to have after a meal if you feel like you need some help with digesting. The 4th one is Dandelion. So this is Dandelion leaf and root tea. This is a good one for IBS type C, so the constipation type. Dandelion is really helpful for getting things moving. It's not a laxative in the sense of there's herbs that are laxatives, but it's not a laxative. It works with helping with digestion and helping to work on your liver and your gallbladder. Your liver and your gallbladder are important for digestion and important for your bile production. So it can help that and help get things moving along and help with if you have any sort of constipation or if you're feeling a little bit backed up. So it's really great for that. In terms of its flavor, it's more earthy. It's an earthy type of herb. Since this one is the root, I like using both the leaf and the root, so it can have that kind of earthy flavor to it. But again, it's quite mild as well, so that's a nice one. Okay, and the last one is ginger. I don't have any ginger, I'm all out of it, but ginger is a really nice herb for helping with nausea and for helping with any pain that you might have in your abdomen. And also if you have kind of any inflammation, or if you feel like maybe you've eaten too much or you ate some foods that don't really settle well with you, ginger is a nice herb to kind of calm things down and soothe the digestive tract. So if you travel often and you find that you get car sick easily, ginger is also a nice herb to have for nausea, as I mentioned. In terms of its flavor, it's mildly spicy, like it's got a pretty sharp flavor to it. It's really nice if you add some honey to it, so like a nice ginger and honey tea can be very nice and soothing to have at the end of the day. So ginger is a really nice one as well. Out of all these teas, you can either have them mixed together or you can have them on their own. So if you find, like for example, you want fennel because of the way it helps with bloating, and then if you want mint because you have looser stools, you can mix them together and just have them together. And it's really nice to kind of play around with the different teas and see what you like. You could mix them all together, whatever you like, whatever you think would be better to help your symptoms. So sometimes it's nice to do that as well, mixing them up. So that's pretty much what I wanted to cover with you. I hope that you found this video helpful, and let me know in the comments which tea is your favorite. Is it one of these 5, or maybe it's something else? Let me know, I'd love to hear. And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy content like this. I'll be creating lots more content on IBS and different type of gut health tips. And be sure to subscribe so you can join the community and join us when I go live on Fridays. I go live on Fridays and talk about gut health and different things live, so you can join the community that way as well. All right, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care.